Guys, so this is Elite Cameraman here. Sometimes watch him, and you might not know what, you might not like Skibidi Toilet, but I'm still gonna see Elite Cameraman video. I haven't watched this yet, and like and subscribe. This is Golden Boy.
Elite Cameraman here. Today was a crazy day because the YouTuber known as Egg, sorry, I meant Steak, just went live a couple hours ago, and he actually had a chance to get an exclusive interview with Mr. Boom himself. As you guys know, I had a similar exclusive interview with Boom as well, and just like that time, we got some crazy info about the series as well, but that's not all, because after the interview with Steak, Boom DM'd me and told me I can ask him some extra questions for the video, and after going through Steak's questions, I'll also be showing my own second exclusive interview with Mr. Boom, which you probably don't want to miss because I asked 15 questions. Even though overall there was not much lore info on Steak's stream because Boom kept on trolling Steak, and we only got one bit of information about episode 74. Steak asked something that made all this not matter, and Boom's answer to this question wasn't a troll answer that one time, which revealed something insane that everyone has been hyped about for a long time. Alongside this, it seems like a beef between Boom and Dom Studios might be starting. So if you're curious about it, make sure to watch the video until the end. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe if you also want me to do a longer exclusive interview with Mr. Boom one day. Anyways, here we go. Yesterday, Steak started streaming and said that he'd interview Mr. Boom if his community post got 69,420 likes, and in a single day it actually passed that benchmark, which led to today's Q&A with Dafook. There were some people who didn't believe it would happen, and Steak was trolling them, but it was actually real, and he started a stream called Talking to Dafook Boom. He started the Q&A simple, and his first message was the wave emoji on Discord, which Boom responded instantly with a crazy spoiler, which was, as you guessed, not an actual leak, but an egg with some hair and headphones, which looks like Steak, which totally got Steak mad as usual. But after this, he slowly started asking some crazy questions is what I wish I could say, but bro literally told Boom, "How are you doing, my little Sigma?" and moaned after it. Steak was cooking, but I don't know what he was cooking. And Boom actually answered this with a gif of Titan Cameraman doing a thumbs up. I guess Boom is now Steak's little Sigma, and this tension between them for real continued until the end. And I guess the last question revealed why that was. Also, as I mentioned, Boom sent a GIF to answer the question, and this is a pattern that continued through Steak's Q&A. But don't worry, because I at least got some answers that were not GIFs, which I'll share with you later in the video. Steak's next question was, "Is it stressful running Skibidi Toilet?" which Boom answered with a gif of the first episode of the series where the Skibidi goes, "Skibidi dom dom, yes yes," which probably means yes, and the way that the toilet's head moves probably means it's mad crazy. All these answers are my interpretation, so Boom might have tried to say something completely different. After this, Steak asked, "Who is the most handsome of them all?" And Boom replied with a gif of Rizzy G-Man, and to be honest, I can agree. I'd smash.
That's crazy.
Anyways, Steak's next question was, "How did you come up with Skibidi? Did you always know what the story was going to be, or did you start out not having any idea what it would become?" And Boom answered with a simple, "Yes." I have no idea if he said yes to knowing he knew what he'd do or not knowing it. But I would lean towards him knowing what he wanted to make because the lore started at episode 7 and has been going on ever since. Steak asked a crazy question after this, which was, "Will Skibidi ever end? If so, do you already know what will happen in the final episode?" Boom answered this with a gif of Titan Cameraman and Titan TV Man with a caption that says, "Nuh-uh." I feel like this could mean two things. Steak took it as Skibidi Toilet will never end, but it could also mean this is not a question Boom is able to answer, so he said nuh-uh, as in he ain't giving the answer to that question. I keep seeing people say we are nearing the end of the series, but there is no way that's the case, especially with the Astro Toilets being introduced slowly but surely, and that arc hasn't even really started. And talking about the future of the series, Steak asked, "Can you tell us about episode 100? And Boom said, "New character will appear. Take a look." And posted a picture of the egg once again, but I'ma be honest, if I know Boom, he'll actually find a way to put that egg in episode 100 just to mess with Steak. And I really believe that this is a real leak from episode 100. And seeing this, Steak asked, "Speaking of eggs, will the egg toilet ever return?" Which Boom replied with, "A large toilet skibbidying gif," which means skibidi dop dop yes yes, which mean it's a yes for sure. Egg toilet in episode 100 confirmed, maybe he is the real Astro Boss. The next question Steak asked was, does the Alliance versus toilets represent anything in the real world? Which Boom replied with G-Man doing the Rizzy pose, which could mean yes, but doesn't tell us what they represent. But the next question was crazy. My favorite question out of all the questions. Steak tried to start a war and asked, who's better, Elite Cameraman or Data Bio? Which Boom replied with a gif of me doing the sinister pose. No shade to Data Bio since her analysis videos are great too, but since Boom said I'm better, which he probably meant I'm better at simping. You should like this video and subscribe. The next question Steak asked actually created some heat because he asked, how do you feel about channels that create Skibidi universes? Which Boom said depends on the channel. Which Steak continued with, what about Dom Studio, my personal favorite? But Boom said something that stirred up some drama inside the community. He replied with goofy ah. After this, I feel like a beef was bound to start unless no one from the Dom Studio team spoke about it, which they did. After the Q&A ended, I was checking my DM requests to see if people said anything about the stream, and I saw someone that sent me screenshots from Dom Studio's server. And when I went there and checked Orion, the server manager's messages, I saw a thread of messages that started with someone sending Steak's question and Boom's answer on general chat, which someone replied with, I want to see Orion's reaction to this, which was a gif that said, we don't care. And someone replied to it with a screenshot of the reactions under the we don't care gif, which showed Boom reacting with a clown emoji alongside of 3 people. But in a screenshot I took later, these clown reactions were gone, which means people either retracted them or someone from the staff team deleted those reactions. But because of this, Orion quoted that message one more time to say, seems like Dafook is spending more time in Dom Studios' Discord rather than working on episodes. Throwing shade at Boom, who put the clown reaction. If you guys didn't know, Boom also posted a leak literally on Dom Studios' server a week ago or so. Was this also to throw shade to Dom Studio, or was it just a coincidence? At this point, this beef is starting to feel like the Drake versus Kendrick drama that happened 2 to 3 weeks ago, and someone literally made a meme about putting Dom Studios and Boom's logos next to a Drake versus Kendrick image. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not gonna give my own opinions in this topic, but I'll gladly cover it if this drama continues because, as you guys know, drama always gets views, and I'll gladly get those views. As you guys also know that drama and beef is usually fun to watch and participate in, but if it goes too far, you never have to go too far. Try and don't go over the board against people. Anyways, before we get to my own questions to Boom, we got a couple more questions from Steak left. After this, Steak asked Boom who his favorite Titan is, and Boom replied with a gif of all 3 Titans at the same time. But Steak asked most sus question ever right after this, where he sent a selfie of himself saying, "Are you single?" Which Boom replied with the holy grail of the troll leaks where G-Man and Scientist kiss. But he put an L on the selfie shortly after, which means he messaged that to make Steak feel good and crush him afterwards. The next question was, who is your favorite villain? Which Boom replied with a gif of G-Man toilet. And I'm gonna be honest, if blood truly meant that. G-Man ain't dying no time soon. He might even be the winner at the end of the series. We are screwed. The next question was a good question from Steak, but I think everyone knew it wasn't going to get answered anyways. He asked, will one of the Titans ever die? Which Boom replied with, this bozo will die, showing the egg once again. Which 100 confirms that the egg Titan is real, and he'll one day die. This next question Steak asked was the one that gave the most info from the interview, and probably the best question he had. He said, will we ever see a new Titan? And Boom actually replied with a gif of Titan Cameraman doing a thumbs up. People alongside me started to instantly think that for there to be a new Titan, there has to be a new race. And before I talk about this, I actually asked more about this to Boom, and his answer actually gave more clues as to who or what it could be, but I'll get to that later in the video when I'm showcasing my own questions. The next question Steak asked was, will Plunger ever make a return? People thought this question was bad, but I think it's actually really good because this question was asked before, but that was before the flashbacks in episode 73. And I thought maybe Boom meant the flashback, but Boom's reply was a gif of Plunger Cameraman doing a head nod, which means it's a yes, and we'll be able to see him. I think there are two ways of this happening. It's either flashbacks or maybe the people we saw in the flashbacks maybe weren't really Plunger Cameraman and Camerawoman, but just their personalities or the people they got their memories from. It is possible that if some cameraman's memories are made from the human's memories, maybe they could recreate the body and just upload the memories to recreate the character. The next question Steak asked was, will Male 07 make a return? Which Boom sent a gif of one of his old videos where Male 07...
Yes, that's because I'm doing a YouTube video right now. I'm reacting to the Elite Cameraman.
...says,